Hi, we are going to look at concept 13. So, a whole bunch of division and then kind of how it's used. So for this one here, we are supposed to write this in factored form. So this one here is one of the roots. So yay, I have one done. The degree is the highest degree when it's all nicely multiplied out that way. So that means it's the third degree polynomial. You're just trying to say how big it is. Normally you say like a quadratic if it's squared or whatever. So we have that. And then what we need to do is use our division. Let me just see, can I factor by grouping? No, I cannot. So I'm going to have to do some division. And with the division, if this is the root, the factor is going to be x minus 3. So one of the factors is going to be x minus 3. And if it is a root, it needs to go in evenly. So don't get a remainder on here. So for our division, we just put this little dude up here. And then we have 3x squared. We multiply that together, and that gives you a negative 9x squared. I need negative 17, so I need, what, negative 8 more of them? So negative 8x would make that happen there. This multiplies to get 24. I need 28 of them, so I need 4 more of them. So 4 would make that happen. Yay! It did go in evenly, so I'm good. So right now I have x minus 3 times 3x squared minus 8x plus 4. So now I just need to factor this. So it's definitely going to be 3x and x, like there's no other options to get on that one there. And then let's see, well, let's go ahead and do it the way that we've been showing you guys how to do it. So if I did my diamond problem, that would be what? 12 and negative 8. So the two things would be what? Negative 6 and negative 2. So I rewrite the middle term. I factor by grouping. I pull out that. And I pull out that. Yay, those are the same. So that's one more factor, the x minus 2. I pull it out of both. And I have left over my 3x minus 2. So my factors would be x minus 2 and 3x minus 2. So I already have that root. This root is going to be a positive 2. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. This one here, something's funky. What's going on? About negative 2, negative 2. Those are negative 8. I have a feeling this picture might be wrong. Let's go ahead and let's finish up. So anyhow, I set this equal to 0, and I get 3x equals 2, and x is equal to 2/3. So 2/3 is my other one. Let's graph that. I have a feeling that that picture wasn't fixed for this form. Let's see, y equals 3x cubed minus 17x squared plus 28x minus 12. Did I do that correctly? I think so. And so I graph it. Yeah, that graph isn't. Okay, so let's go zoom, see standard. And wait apparently for 5 years. I'm trying to be patient. Turn it off, turn it on again. Graph. There we go. Okay, so the picture should have been like this. And yes, that is a positive and a positive and a positive. So we have our positive 3, we have our positive 2, and then we have our positive 2/3. So those would be our 3 answers. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the next one. Next one just says to divide, but it gives us a little hint. We're going to have a remainder, so that's nice of us. So we'll put 2n minus 1, and we'll do our division of fun. Okay, so I have that all done. So this is a 4th degree polynomial as well, because that is the highest degree. So I start off by putting this here. That's always what I do. And to multiply to get that would be a 6 and n and a cubed. I need negative 10 more of them. And this times this gives me that. I multiply, I get 5n squared, 8n squared for my 13. Negative 4n, I need negative 6 more of them. Okay, so I have a 3, I need 7 more. So let's look and see what our options are. I have a positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, right? Did I do that correctly? So ending in the positive, oh yeah, because those are there. So this would have been 7 over 2n minus 1. Yay! All right, so for this last one here, my first factor is the big dude, and then or the little dude, and then I have the big dude. I need the cube root of that, so that would be a 2 and an x. I need the cube root of that. So on your calculator, you should all have some sort of a cube root button. In this particular one, the cube root button is under math, so if I hit math, and then do you see here 4? This one lets you do any root. This one here is the cube root, so math 4. So that's the cube root of what, 343, which is 7. So 7 and plus. So cube root, plus. And then what I tell my kids, I know I'm a little crazy, but this one is the square, which is 4x squared, because this times this has to equal that. And it does. This one is the square as well, so this squared is 49. Even if this was a negative, that would be a positive, because negative times negative will be a positive. And that needs to happen because this times this needs to get this guy here. Your middle term, we need to delete all the rest of them, so I'm going to need an opposite. And I simply multiply them. So I call this the one because they're multiplying, they're getting together. So we have our 14x when I multiply them together, but I always say opposites attract when you're in love. And so we take the opposite of whatever that was. So looking at my options then, I got this one here. Where is it? It would be nice if you were here and you could tell me. Oh, here we go. And once you get that, you could check it by just multiplying it. So you could do your 2x plus 7, you could do your 4x squared minus 14x plus 49, and you could multiply it out to show that it equals that.